I can't stop thinking about you.
Hello and welcome to Lord Fenton Gaming Reviews Fable Anniversary. I'm your reviewer, Lord Fenton. In this review of Fable Anniversary, we'll go ahead and ask the burning question. Is Fable Anniversary worth your time and money? As always, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more reviews like this. Do not forget to hit the notification bell to be updated and more. Let's get on with the review, shall we? I'm gonna go ahead and speak about the alignment system. They kept it absolutely the same in many cases of these remakes and remasters. Sometimes people mess with certain things, make it for sometimes the better or many times for the worse. Well, sometimes you keep it the same, everything be all right. In this game, they really did a great job alignment system, and it's still going strong even in 2022 as of this recording. You could be a good person by carefully killing certain people or foes, like bandits, or be really bad. Now, your appearance does take a change when you get deeper down certain alignments, like, for example, being more evil. Even the story, there's a good and evil variant, which is very nice. The story is actually really good. For the most part, they really kept it the same. They didn't change anything at all. First of all, when you start the game out, you're basically a little kid until a tragic event, and eventually, through the beginning of the story, you become a teenager, and then the rest of the game, you're an adult. There's many twists and turns. There's so many good plots in it. And it's really fun to play through the whole story on both sides, which is good and evil. The combat system. So the question is, did they maintain the funness and glory from the original game plus the lost chapters? Oh, yes, they did. It's even easier on a controller too. Yes, they have a controller option you can use on the PC, which is really nice. So yeah, they kept combat the same, but also by spell casting, really easy to do. Blocking is very simple, and even zooming in and out with your bow and arrow, which is great. They still kept the same music and sound from all these years, and they kept it real good. Now, unfortunately, I cannot play the music in case there's copyright issues, but still, if you get in the game, listen to music, especially Oakville when you start out, it's great and wonderful. Even the reaction you get from either opposite sex or same sex when you try to flirt with them is good. Plus the alignment reaction too. If, for example, if you're really evil and scary, people will actually cower. You could listen to that. I am going to go ahead and talk about the difficulty mode in Fable Anniversary. There are some good difficulty moments in the game. If you're not careful, you could die easily, unless you know a few certain tricks. Now, there's two difficulty modes, which is the Chicken Heart, aka Chicken mode, which is the normal difficulty from Fable and Fable the Lost Chapter. And if I remember right, what was new they added was heroic difficulty with some conditions. You cannot find resurrection files at all. You die, that's it, game over. Back to a checkpoint / save. And potions are scarce. So this is like another nice feature of the game, which is the difficulty. I like the controls in this game for the most part. Very simple, very easy to use. Even really simple to swap your spells in case you have different types. You can also hotbar items too. Makes it really simple, really easy to do. Blocking is very simple, especially on the PC with the middle mouse button if you have one. Plus, dodging is simple. Other than that, they kept it simple, and that's the way you go with remakes and remasters like this. I'm going to say something about load times. Oh my goodness, they are real quick. I'll show you right now. See, we're about to go into the next zone. It takes about a few seconds and boom, you could go on combat. You could go buy stuff from villages without worrying about long load times like Borderlands 3. The World of Fable. Besides doing good and evil deeds like I'm doing at this moment, You could get married, you could grow old, you could become young again through a certain method. I'm not saying. You could buy out shops of one item, then wait a few more days for said item to return. You could also play this game in day and night time, see the difference. You could check out shops in the day, and at night just explore, or better yet, vandalize buildings or steal from it. This game has so much variety in this game with the World of Fable, and it's well worth it. The lore is actually pretty good if you decide to spend the time reading the books and more on it. Let's talk about the achievement system. It is a great system in Fable Anniversary, and one of the new features they added was a huge bonus. So for instance, like for example, if I'm using a frying pan to bash someone's brains in, well, I get a nice achievement for it. Also, you have choices. So for example, you don't want to do all those doors, or you don't want to marry a certain person. For one of the doors, you could flick off the door and earn the same achievement as if you've done all the doors. This game gives you choices for achievements, and that's a wonderful thing in my book. I'm going to say this about the graphics. I am glad they put an HD coating on it. However, it should have been a bit better. In fact, I felt like developers should just went a few steps up when the Xbox One console came out by adding another patch made up to better than 1080p, like for example 4K. I wish they could have did that more, but still, it is what it is. It's all right. That's what we got, at least for this version of Fable. While Fable Anniversary has some good and bad mini games, it's still the same. I kind of wish they would have added more. Instead, we got what we have. There's some bugs and glitches issues with, for example, the fist fighting gang. We'll touch more on that in the bugs and glitches section of the review. I am still happy they kept one card pair like this. I only wish they added more mini games. Maybe, for example, new area. You get to play a new mini game, just have a good time with it. Let's speak about what they added in Fable Anniversary. Now, they have, for example, control support achievements, which is great. Yeah, the achievements is absolutely wonderful. However, the graphics, I wish they would have done a bit more. And the DLC stuff, I kind of wish they gave you free DLC instead. All of it's paid. And yeah, if you pay for the DLC at the time, you will really enjoy it. Getting the extra stuff instead. It's a mixed bag in my mind on what they added in Fable Anniversary. Let's talk about the menu UI. It's okay at best. I wish there were some good improvements in it, but no, this is what we got for Fable Anniversary. For example, I want to click on stats. Instead of that, I go to equipment. Yeah, it's not cool at all. I kind of wish the developers did some major improvements, but instead we have this. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the camera. It's average at best. Like, for example, the zoom in for the archery camera is nice, but the movement one, sometimes you have some issues with it. It gets a little bit janky. I do wish the developers would improve the camera from the original game and also the Fable the Lost Chapters, but instead we got this middle of the road for this camera feature in the game. Let's talk about the bugs and glitches in Fable Anniversary. They are really there, and it sucks. So, for example, if you try to teleport using the guild teleporter, yeah, you cannot get to it directly. You have to go around it or something like that. That's BS. What's worse is when you sometimes use the teleporter, your selection goes down like crazy. You can't select the actual place. What's worse is another one I found was the hit connection with your fist. So if you're thinking about doing a 3-hit combo in Fable Anniversary, no, you're really doing 2, and that could hurt you during the minigame, including the fist fighting. I wish they would spend more Q&A on this game. Let's talk about another problem in the game. Same problems from the past. So, for example, if you're playing the Lost Chapters, you might hear some out of sync voices, or certain characters that sound totally different. For instance, the Not Whole Glade Chieftain. Yeah, it looks like when you go into Fable the Lost Chapters on one of his quests, yeah, it sounds like it's his understudy. I kind of wish they would have spent more time improving on the stuff they should have, including the cutscenes. Yeah, there are some cutscenes in there that looks like it's from 2004 to 2005 instead of it being redone. So yeah, they kept the problems from the past in the game, and that's a huge bummer in my eyes. What is my final verdict for Fable Anniversary? Here it is. Buy it at 25% off with a score of 7 out of 10. This game might have some issues, but it is a fun and great classic to play. If you really want to get into the Fable series, well, this is the first game you should definitely check out and play. Now, if you're unsure about this version of Fable Anniversary, or you already have the game, you really don't want to spend the money, then go ahead and wait for a sale, then go ahead and get the game. Well, everyone, this is it for my review of Fable Anniversary. I am your reviewer, Lord Fenton. Thanks for watching, and have a great day or night. Please stay safe. Please subscribe to my channel for more content like this. If you like what you see, then pick my suggestion on the upper left-hand corner, or YouTube suggestion on the bottom left-hand corner. Have a great day or night, and do some serious damage in video games.